Dom Show. This segment's brought to you by First Security Mortgage Services. So these guys are wonderful. They're going to treat you the respect due to an esteemed customer and give you the personal service you deserve. There's a big commitment when you want to buy a home, refinance a mortgage, or cash out some home equity. Faxon, my good friend's been in the finance industry going on 28 years. His company's originated over $1.3 billion in home loans. You can reach him directly at 813-264-6606. Give you that number again. It's 813-264-6606. Or visit them on the web at firstsecuritymortgage.com. That's firstsecuritymtg.com. Now, remember, any of the sponsors you hear throughout the Acid Dom Show tonight, if you don't get the phone number, if you don't get the website, don't panic. Just go to aciddom.com, and I'll be more than happy to provide you their information. Let me jump back to the phone lines. I'm in studio live with my crew brothers, the crew of the Knights of Santiago. Our night parade is this Saturday coming up in Ybor. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. Titus O'Neill is the Grand Marshal. He was actually on with us a few breaks ago, and we certainly appreciate his time for calling in this evening and, of course, taking the time to be our Grand Marshal this weekend. Is wonderful. What is the order that we have here of who is holding the longest? Is it Scott, Daniel, Pat, and then Bill? 2, 3, 4, 1. There we go. 2, 3, 4, and 1. All right, Scott, you're on with Acid Dom. What question do you have regarding personal information over a phone? Go ahead.
Hey, Dom. Thank you very much for taking your call. And a much big shout-out to the whole staff at 102.5. Let me give you my quick story. I spent about a month in upstate New York during the holiday season, and my girlfriend installed what I now found out is an illicit application to spoof her number, to fake who she is, to try to get me to bite on her. Now, in order for her to do that, she had to put my cell phone number into this application's, interface. Hence, it gets recorded into some weird database. I've already gone to...
Wait, we can't curse, number one. Number two, why don't we break up with this girl? All right, so have we done that, first and foremost, or are we still hanging out with this person?
Oh, wait, we're broken up. We're sharing a dog.
Man, she's messing with your phone and doing all this information to spoof you. I don't know. Did you take the phone to back where you got it to see if they can scrub it off, or I almost feel like Hillary Clinton with emails now. I don't necessarily scrub it off, but maybe you reset it to some capacity. I mean, that's more of a technical issue. Plus, if this happened in the state of New York, sir, I'm only licensed in the state of Florida. I don't know what the New York laws are. Did this happen there or in Florida?
She's from Florida. I live in Florida. I was on vacation in New York, and that sounds kind of like a lame excuse. This is an invasion of privacy. She put my phone number into an illicit company's database, and now it's being sold on the black market. Well,
first, you don't need to get mad at me. I'm telling you, I'm only licensed in a certain. I'm only licensed in a certain. Listen to me. I'm only licensed in a certain.
Understand.
Hey, hang on a second. You're cursing. You're cutting me off. I'm only licensed in a certain jurisdiction, and if I don't make that clear, I'm going to jack you up. So my job is to help you. You have a federal issue, okay? And if you need help, we've got to get you to a federal lawyer. All right, so stop getting riled up at me because you're pissed at your girlfriend. Keep your phone away from her. Go to my website, and I'll give you a federal attorney. Boom. Another happy, satisfied customer. Goodness heavens. What's he got so upset with the girl? He's taking it out on me.
I know, right?
Man, Jesus. That's a lame excuse. Well, I'd give you a lame excuse. All right, Daniel, you're on to ask the Dom. What question do you have?
Hi.
Hello. Daniel, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Daniel, how old are you?
I'm 13.
Where's mom and dad?
Here.
Well, do they know that you're calling a lawyer on a live radio show?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your question?
So my sister is kind of a new lawyer. She's been a lawyer for like a year and a half. I was wondering if you had any advice for her.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me ask you a question, Daniel. Where does your sister work? Does she work for a state attorney's office, a public defender? Does she work for another firm, or does she?
Do you know Martin Law Firm?
Where? In what county or what city?
Lee County.
In Lee County, I'm not familiar with that. Is that sounds like it's a private law firm?
It's a private.
Okay, and she's an associate attorney for a private law firm in Lee County. Do you know what type of law she does?
I think family.
You think? Okay, all right, family law. Well, the question is just general advice for her as a new lawyer. Is that what you're asking of me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the best advice I could probably give her in family law is try not to let the issues of your clients overrun you personally. Years ago, Daniel, I used to do family law. I actually retired from family law. I don't particularly enjoy that area of law. Jason Valkenburg is my sponsor to the show that does all my family law work. It gets very emotional. And so my advice to her is don't let the emotions of your clients make you emotional. You have to keep that separated. She's going to have to do the best job for whichever, spouse or spouse the party to be, the best that she can. That's probably the best advice I can give her in family law, because it's sad sometimes when you see families, breaking up, when children are involved. It's very emotional. But I would tell her to keep emotion out of it the best that she can. How's that sound? Did I do a good job?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome so much. Well, thank you for calling, and thank you for holding so long. I appreciate you, Daniel. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. What a nice young man.
Yes, absolutely.
Pat, you've got an old DUI charge in the state of Georgia. Now, listen, I'm only licensed in the state of Florida. Don't get mad at me.
Dom, I'm not going to be like that other guy. I got the same thing as you. Dude, drop her.
The guy cursed at me, which we dumped. Then he says,
drop her like a bad habit. God, what a lamb baby.
I'm telling you, man, he's dating a wrong chick, and he's taking out on his lawyer. Oh, my goodness. Go ahead, Pat. What's your question?
Hey, Don, before we dwell into my dilemma, did you go to high school down here in Tampa?
I did. Joey Procopio here is in the crew with me. He's a Knight. He and I went to the same, Jimmy as well, and Ray. Oh, my goodness, that's right. I know these answers, Ray. We've talked about this before. We all went to Chamberlain High School here in the Bay Area. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, cool. Here's my dilemma. Back in May of '84, I was a young dumb paratrooper, and I was coming back to Tampa in a rental car, and it was 1 or 2 in the morning. But me and 3 buddies cruising down 75. I'm getting excited because I'm near Florida. But long story short, I get pulled over, and no sobriety test, no breathalyzer, real little town called Quitman. But I need to go and get this off my record. So they have no fingerprints, no mug shots. It was a early Saturday morning when I got yanked.
All right, hang on a second. So you want to remove the DUI charge from your record that you got in Georgia back in I think the 80s or 90s, whenever you said you got it. Is that correct?
84.
84.
Yeah,
okay.
84.
All right, so let me explain to you. In the state of Florida, it depends on how your DUI was adjudicated. So, for example, a lot of DUI pleas, you have an adjudication of guilt on your record, which you cannot remove in adjudications or convictions. I do not know what you did or what happened to the charge in 1984 in the state of Georgia. Number one.
Well, it was. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, number one, it's a different state. Number two, you're talking 1984, and back then they were using microfiche. All right, so I don't know. I don't know exactly what the hell went on, but I'm going to answer the question the best that I can. You're going to have to go to the clerk of courts in the county and look up what your criminal record was there. Then you're going to need an attorney in Georgia that does sealments and expungements to see if you qualify in that state. That's the simplest answer. You got to do some research, and you need a lawyer, sealments, and expungements.
And so when I go to the clerk of court in that county, then I look up my record.
Yeah, you pay them whatever their fee is, and they'll print off your record for you, and they'll give it to you.
Okay, and then what do I need to do?
You need to contact a lawyer in that county, preferably where you got the charge, or however it was resolved. Did you plea out? Did you go to trial? Did you lose?
This is the wildest thing.
No, I don't have time for all wild stuff. I just need to know, did you plea or did you go to a jury?
I never went to court. I had a Department of Treasury check, because back then, you know, you got a check.
Pat, I love you. I just need to know how it ended. Did they dismiss the charge?
I never went to court.
Please, God, tell me the answer.
And
just tell me, did they dismiss it? Did you plea, or did you have a trial? It's a pick A, B, or C. Please, Platt.
There was no trial. I didn't plea. They took me to the bank, opened the bank, cashed. My fine was exactly what my paycheck was.
All right, so you need to find out.
Army.
Okay, you need to get the formal disposition of the matter from 1984, and you need a lawyer in Georgia. God bless you, Pat. I don't know what the hell went on in '84. I don't even think he knows.
Was there DUIs in '84?
Well, apparently, you know, I'm not sure. Bill, you're on with Ask the Dom. You got a question for the crew about the parade? Go ahead.
Yeah. This is Bill. I wanted to learn about those boys on the crew. I hear that there's a long-standing crew in Tampa. Probably tell what street do they go down?
Fellas, you want to answer this question here for a listener?
7th Avenue.
Yeah, 7th Avenue. Straight down 7th Avenue from New City to 22nd
downtown?
Street. Yeah, it's right near downtown. It's called Ybor City.
Ybor City.
Now,
is that in Florida?
How long has this parade route been going on? I think you said
47 years.
This is our 47th, but it went on. I mean, my dad was a teenager participating in it when it was back then the night parade.
But my understanding is it has always gone through Ybor, correct? It has never had a different route right down 7th?
It's gone the opposite way a few times.
Oh, okay.
It was down 7th.
What's the reason for that? Just to change it up, or
change it up? They wanted it in downtown.
The left side. All right. Well, that's okay. Well,
Yeah.
we're going the same way as last year this time, right?
Same way as numerous years now.
All right. Are you guys ready for Ask the Dom karaoke?
No.
Yeah,
No.
Come on. What do you mean no? This is the song here.
We would have brought Anthony Arena if we wanted to
This
sing.
is what Tipper was talking about. Come on, guys. You can't. Is Kelly coming in, or she got an accent? She can't come in.
I can't imagine.
She's not even hurt. This segment's brought to you by Freedom Bail Bonds, family-owned company serving the Bay Area for the past 25 years. Experienced agents here to educate and guide you through the bail process. Their friendly staff's available 24/7. They got to be, because Bonds never sleeps. If you or someone you know has been arrested, or if you're listening to my voice right now and have an outstanding warrant, give Freedom a call. 813-254-BAIL on the dial. Again, 813-254-2245. Tell them Ask the Dom sent you. Giving a shout out to Falkenberg Road and Orient. You know I love you. 49th Street gets pissed when I don't mention them too. I love
They
Pinellas.
have access to the website.
Let me tell you, they all huddle and they all listen to the show. Bill Sansoni was in. They go, dead air, dead air, dead air. So, and then if you've been to Tampa Stadium, when they do Tampa Bay, Tampa, we do Orient, Falkenberg, and then whoever's the loudest, and then the bailiffs call me the next day. Why you got to get them all riled up? You know. Yeah. Bang the bars, bang the bars. All right, it's the Ask the Dom show. We'll be right back.